I'm Barrett, and welcome to another episode of What a Twist. I think we got a pretty good lineup this week. Our first entry for today is a Netflix comedy special for Bill Burr called Paper Tiger. I'm not going to say anything during it, just so you can kind of hear a little bit of the content and what he's going to be saying. Let you know right now, if you haven't seen Bill Burr before, there is an insane amount of graphic language. So if you get offended by lots of swearing, you probably won't want to watch this. But if you're not offended by that, then yeah, you'll see. Like, this show literally almost had me in tears. I was laughing so hard. This guy says what's on his mind. He constantly gets into trouble for it, and it must be really frustrating as a stand-up comedian because everybody gets so fucking offended these days. But here you go. This is the trailer for Paper Tiger.
I'm a married man with a kid, but I'll tell you this right now. If I've learned anything in 5 years of being married, is we're always working on me. I just think to myself, like, what could my wife complain about? I fucking crush everything. I pick up after myself. I like to think I'm a good dad. I work my ass off. I make a great fucking living. Crush all of that. All she has on me is who I am as a person.
He popped up in The Mandalorian.
The real me. She's seen glimpses
and he was
of me.
actually surprisingly
Daddy almost
really
snapped his phone in half. I feel like I can be brave tonight and share this with you. Robot sex dolls, they're gonna fuck us into extinction. Stephen Hawking, you never had anything positive to say. The Me Too movement, white male privilege, hipsters. I'm a male feminist. By the way, this is gonna be my last show ever. By the time this fucking comes out.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was a really short trailer. That's all we could really find for it. It was just released in, what year was it released? 2019. Its running time is just over an hour. I think it's like 67 minutes long. And its rating is mature. So just keep that in mind. Our second entry today is another Netflix film. It's a Netflix film, and it's called In the Shadow of the Moon. And here's the trailer for it. So this is the story of a cop who, in the course of his duties, comes across this hooded killer. A really peculiar way of killing her victims, as you can see. But then she disappears and comes back again years and years later and doesn't look like she's aged a day. And the cop knows there's something fucked up going on, but
hello, Tom. What'd you say? Is this where it happens?
this was a really good fucking show. I like, what's his name? Bryce Holbrook? Boyd Holbrook. Bokeem Woodbine, Dexter there, Michael Hall.
Nice to see you.
She gets torn apart. All right, training 9 minutes later, she's back. She is priority number 1 for all law enforcement agencies.
You have to stop chasing me. I'm doing all this for a reason.
We're all going for it. She's coming back.
Yeah, it's a time traveling film.
You have no idea what's coming. If you kill me now, the world as you know it will end.
And there you go. That was the trailer for In the Shadow of the Moon. It was released in 2019. Its running time is 1 hour and 55 minutes, and its rating is TV mature. There's a lot of swearing, there's violence, plenty of action. The story was really engaging. I really liked the twist near the end. Really made the movie a little better, I thought. If you're a fan of science fiction and time traveling shows and don't want to give too much away. Yeah, if you're a fan of those kinds of films, this is definitely for you. I hope you check it out. Our third entry today is another Netflix show. It's one of their Marvel series called Jessica Jones, and here's the trailer for season 1, I think.
Big part of the job is listening to the worst. Turns out I excel at that.
You a PI?
I liked how they had the guy who's Luke Cage was in this. Carrie-Anne Moss from the Matrix trilogy was in this. David Tennant, great British actor, or no wait, I think he's actually Scottish. He's really good in this as well as the bad guy. But I just did not like her character. What's her name? Jessica or Kristen Ritter. I just didn't like it as much as I did Daredevil and the Punisher. This was one of the weaker series that they made.
Mind control.
You have no idea what I've done. What he made me do. Jess. He isn't here now. He's always here.
Yes? You'd like to invite me in? Absolutely.
Kilgrave leaves a trail of broken people behind him.
You made me jump for hours as high as I could. He said I was never as good as you.
He's back. He's coming for me.
Yeah, the bad guy's got these incredibly powerful telepathic abilities that forces people to do whatever he wants them to, like point guns at each other, and he would make them kill themselves and stuff. He's a fucking lunatic. Like I said, he was one of the highlights of the show. So the series was originally released back in 2015, and they wound up making 3 seasons for it. They were all rated TV mature. There's a little nudity. There's some violence and whatnot. If you want to check it out, it's cool for some parts. Otherwise, you might want to give it a pass. I'm just showing you that there are things on there that aren't always the greatest. Our last entry for today is a Polish series that I came across on Netflix. It's called Signs. The only trailer we could find for it is in German, if I'm not mistaken, but here's the trailer for season 1. Zanaki. So she's murdered, and this new police chief comes to this small village where there's a corrupt mayor who's just he's just a fucking weasel. He's such a piece of shit, and his daughter is a wild and out of control partier and was getting into fights and whatnot, and it's all about him trying to solve this one murder, but then all of a sudden other girls are being kidnapped as well, and they never wind up being discovered. So there's some kind of serial kidnapper operating in the area. It was a really good detective show. There's a weird supernatural twist when you get to the second season of it. So they never did make a third one. It just came out in 2018. So it's possible that they might make a third season. I really hope they do. I really like this show. If you're a fan of police mysteries and don't mind it being in Polish, of course you can always watch it in English. That's always your choice. Just go into your language settings and change it. that's it for this episode of What a Twist. I really hope you decide to check out some of our entries from today. Really like to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. And you know what? Have a good one.